You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and just in time for our Halloween series is another maker set. We've had a lot of requests for these. This one is the Dr. Dreadful Food Lab. It is the Tycho version here. Gruesome goodies that look gross but taste great. Now, this is definitely an older set, so I've had some, misfortunes recently on some of these older sets. So I might have to make some modifications, but in the least, we're going to check out everything that comes with the set and do some experiments. You get the gummy creatures, the monster brains, and the monster skin. Let's look at the side of the box here. So we could just see, it makes over 100 things you can eat. Let's look at all the panels. There's nutritional information. There is a warning. Ooh, small parts. Got to be careful there. And then here's the actual date, 1996. Used before. I think this might be, let's see, this is from 1994. And then these are other sets that you could have gotten in the Dr. Dreadful Drink Lab and the Food Lab. And then there was also these refill packs that you can get. But this looks pretty cool. Now, it's never been out of the box, so I should have all the mixes. I had one recently that I thought was also sealed, but someone had taken the mixes out and they were not all there. So let's see what happens. Let me get it all in the box and let's see what we can do or not do, but at least let's check it out. All right, here we go. All of the pieces laid out now. This is the mixes. They are sealed. They feel soft. Everything appears to be okay with them. We're going to use them. All right, so let's go over all the pieces. We have the plunger cup. That's what this is called, the plunger cup. We have the skull with skull cup. I'm not sure we're going to need right away. I am just going through it right now. The false bottom. Ooh, I think that might be in there. I think that's a two-piece thing here. And then there's a handle. This is the skin making cup with the monster skin stick. Okay. You have little pieces here for wedges. These are pillars, so I have to build all this. I'm just kind of going through it. There's this Dr. Dreadful Repulsive Recipe Guide, so I'll be sure to show you that. And then you have a measuring spoon. You have the bowl. You have your sticker sheet. Your monster brain stirrer. And this little thing here. Ooh, where is that? Oh, the plunger cleaner. Skin flavoring cup. And then you have all these plastic pieces. You have the mold back. And then you have 4 molds. You have like this flower beetle looking thing or bug looking thing. You have what looks to be Dracula, and then a worm and some kind of bug, a skeleton, and then another spider. And this looks like it's gonna work in conjunction with this, but we will see. I don't want to get ahead of myself. The sticker sheet, which is for this, I'm sure. And then let's see how to set it up. So let me review all that. I'll come back and get these steps in order here, and then I will put this all together. All right, I am set. So they show this going into this, like this. It's very simple. And then this goes underneath this like this. Okay, and then they show A, B, C. So A is this one over here like this. And then these are like pegs that lock this into place. Now I just need to see which way they go. I think they go that way. That's better. And then B is on this side. Okay, and then another peg. Let's see, I have it that way. Okay, and let's turn, well, let me just take this out. It'll be easier for me to do this way. And then they have C in the back here. Okay, look how this locks in with one of these pegs. Let's look underneath. All right, so that's how it all locks in. Then they show it kind of in this position with you getting D in place. At the same time, putting this piece into this. Let's just see. So they probably don't want that locked in. Okay, so this goes up and down like this. Alright, so let's lock this in now. That'll hold that into place. It should not fall out once I lock it in, right? Oh, it looks like it rests on that one. We'll see if I have this correct. Okay, and then let's see. So the false bottom was in here. They showed it green, but it was white. So that goes in there. Okay, that sits there. I think I'm getting it. This skull sits up here. Okay. Oop, that did come out. Make sure it's locked in good. All right. Let me reset this up now so we can at least get everything in the right spot. Now, I do have to put the decals on. Can't see over there. There we go. Everything's falling apart. Come on now. Stay in there. Stay in there. Okay. All right. And then this one here. This one here. There's even a little notch for it. They show pieces in here. A little arm hanging out. And then this in here. Doesn't fit too well, but that's the way they showed in the picture. And I think that's really it. They have the bowl and this out front. And then it looks like this. Remember I was showing you this earlier? They show this way going down, and then this going this way. Let me just see. Oh, yes, there is little clips that would go in. Okay, so then that would lock in like that. And then they show this up here. It's like this. Something like that, okay? And I think we're set otherwise. Oh, they want the decals on now. I wish I would have put those on first. So, let's see. This strip. There's a strip decal, which goes on the front of this black section. I didn't rip the decal. We're okay. Yeah, I would have rather put this on first, but let's just see if we can do it here. Let me take this off. Let me turn it sideways. Let me see how it fits. Just like that. Okay. Stretches across there. Really nice. Okay. And then one on each of these little towers. They don't tell you which is which. They don't say two on one side, but they kind of show this one here. Okay. And then the other one on the other side. So I'm almost set. I would like to study this just a little bit more and wonder why my green thing keeps coming out, but before I do any of the mixes. All right, now we are officially 100% good to go. All right, so a couple little pieces like this I'll just put in there. And it looks like now we are ready for the recipes. So I'm going to wash my bowl, wash a couple things, come back, and we will officially get started. Here, let me just give you a shot like this because it looks pretty cool before it gets dirty. Look at that. Pretty neat set. All right. Oh, wait. Look, I didn't see that. I missed all that. Backup place storage here for these. How cool. Another nice maker set. So now that we've seen it, I will come back and get started. All right, here we go. Recipe number 1 is Monster Brain. So I need this cup here. And there is a line. I don't know if you can see it from the outside. It is right there. On the inside, they say, fill hot water to the line, which is about 5 teaspoons, to the inside of the skull cup. Okay. Place skull cup inside of skull. Now I noticed my part 1 is soft and ready to go. My part 2 is not. So I have no idea what's going to happen or what we're getting ourselves into here. But let me open up part 1 and then I'll show you part 2. So part 1, let's see. It smells absolutely fine. And then part 2 is hard. So I'm going to break this up in a little bowl so I can at least scoop it. I'm supposed to get half a teaspoon in there. So this one does not look fine. I'll show you. Here we go. So it still might have a reaction though, so that's kind of what we're going for here. I don't know what this actually does. So I will break this up. Let me see if it's how it smells. Doesn't smell bad at all actually. So let me get my, here, let's use my hand. Yeah. Here, I'll do it over here so you don't have to. I'll start off with my fingers just to get this broken up. It almost reminds me of like brown sugar. Okay, hopefully we'll still get a reaction, right? Because that's all we really want. Okay, that looks like about enough. It kind of, yeah, it doesn't really have any kind of odor to it. All right, so step one, here we go, hot water. Add 3.5 teaspoons, okay. So this is 1 teaspoon and this is half a teaspoon. Have 3.5 teaspoons of part 1 using the spoon provided. Here we go. 1. 2. I'm just double checking my measurements. 3.5. What's gonna happen? I'm curious. Okay. And then use the use the stir stick to mix the solution quickly for 1 minute in the skull. Okay. 1 minute. Ooh, cool. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. It's almost like a gelatinous kind of brain matter, right? Then add 1.5 teaspoons for 1 minute. Okay, I'm not setting any time here. I'm just kind of talking and counting, talking and counting. Looks like it's working, and it smells okay. Now, when I make these sets, I'm not making them so that you can go out and get them and use these old mixes. That's just definitely not it. I'm just kind of showing you what this old set was like. We'll get hopefully the best results out of it. Okay, now add 1.5 teaspoons of part 2 and stir again until well mixed. Okay. There's 1. Ooh, did you see it change in there? It kind of started to melt. 1.5. Okay. And watch mixture thicken and slowly begin to bubble and ooze from the skull. Ooh, I hope we get those results. It is definitely thickening. Getting harder to mix. Quickly remove monster stick and... Oh, I have to remove this. All right. Let me mix a little bit more. Smells good. What do you think? That's mixed? Is it doing anything? I'm not sensing anything, but let me get a little bit more. There we go. Are we get any kind of change? Let's just let it sit a second here. Okay, as far as bubbling and oozing, it is not. But it says, chant the magic words 10 times. Frankenstein is a friend of mine. Okay, say that 10 times. It says, loosen monster brains with a magic spoon, then dig in and yank out some monster brains. So, I don't think we're getting a good result on that, do you? It smells really good. And it is thick. As far as it oozing out, I don't think it's growing any more than what it was. Look at that. Probably because part 2 didn't seem to be the best. You know, maybe it was just too chunky. Alright, well, I'm going to let it sit, and I'm going to have to move on to the chewy, gooey creatures. Alright, so I'm going to do that next, and we'll see how that one works out. Alright, I'm happy to report I added a little bit more hot water and a little bit part 2, and look, it is slowly starting to have that chemical reaction. Doesn't that look tasty? I got to try some of that. I don't know, something says try it. Alright, here we go. So the next one. So I've taken this out now. I'm going to make the spider. I felt like making the spider, and I've got the black, chewy, gooey creature. So, here we go. Let me get to the right page here. I accidentally folded my page. Okay, so we are now making the black spider, chewy, gooey creatures. Combine 2.5 teaspoons of hot tap water. Okay. Let me go this way. 2.5 teaspoons. I'm trying to get it just right here. It's not the best container. I've got like a measuring cup, and to get it right, you got to angle it. Okay, there's 1. 2.5. Okay, there we go. Now it says, and then 2.5 teaspoons of the flavored Chewy Gooey Creature powder and mix. So let me get this open. Been doing pretty good on smell. All right, here we go. This one's the black. Smells okay and it looks okay. So 2.5. Here we go. Let's just do it, right? So 2.5 teaspoons of this now. Ooh, cool. I wasn't sure how many of these it's gonna make, so we'll see. 2.5. Okay, and then mix it with your mixer. Okay, get that out of the way. It's a nice little mixing stick. Ooh. Let me see, it has smell. It smells like sugary candy to me. Okay, and there's a little pour spout on here too. Hey, watch your arm, buddy. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna work. Let's see. Place the plunger. Okay, so now it says lift handle on unit and take out the mold, which I did, and the plunger cup. I might look at the brains now. It's getting higher and higher. Here, let's leave that back there, and we'll check it out in a second here. I don't want that to hit it. So lifting this, and pour the mixture into the plunger cup. All right, here we go. I don't have like a nice spatula. Wish there was a nice spatula to get all those goodies out of there. Okay. All right. Then put this back on carefully. And put this in here. It says, place the filled plunger cup into the well. Okay. Here we go. Then it says, after assembling the mold, drop into the plunger cup. All right, we got to get this closer here. And look at that brain. Look at that. I feel like it's just inching slowly. I mean, 1/16 of inches up slowly. But it's still going up. All right, so they show it actually this way. I had it the wrong way, I think. Okay. And then, now this is your plunger to plunge down. So let me pinch this here. Oh yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so here we go. So now this should go up into the spider, hopefully. We'll see. Push. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Come on, fill. Fill, fill, fill. That felt really nice. All right. See, it's a good feeling when everything works. So, I wasn't prepared. I'm going to wash the bowl, come back, and, well, I got to let this sit now. Let me see. Push down on the head on the mixture will seep up into the mold. Remove mold from the well and let it sit for 3 minutes. Okay. And then there's a little catch there. It says, to reduce the setting time of the molds to 30 seconds, only add 1.5 teaspoons of hot tap water to the powder. A shorter setting time may result in a darker colored creature. Well, let's get them out. Okay, so what happens is that false bottle, I thought it was going to pour out of there, but it doesn't. It must help with the air. Okay, so I have to come back. I'll come back. I'll do a little cleanup, set this up, and set my timer for, ooh, I got it on my table. There we go. I'll be right back. All right, I am checking in. I believe it's gone up a little bit. I haven't really messed with it yet, so I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. And then this cleans up real easy. And this little plunger was what I used to clear this out. You just go whoosh, and the gummy comes out. So it sits for 3 minutes. Then I can pull this off. Here's what it looks like. And then it says put that in the refrigerator. So that gives me time to make another one. So let's do it. I'm going to put this on. I picked a new color. All right. And then I'm going to do it right now. Here we go. Green. Now the green doesn't seem to be as nice as the black. I can just feel the packet and say, something might be going on. It smells okay. Let me pour it in another bowl. I don't want to use the bowl I have. Yeah, the green, I'm going to say, is going to cause problems very much like the last set I did. So I'm going to ditch that. Now let me try the red. Here's the red. Ooh, the red looks okay. So now I can make one in red. Yep, that one looks fine. Alright, so I'm going to make an adjustment here. So here again, we'll follow those steps. It was 2.5 teaspoons of each. I do want to make them all for you, so I might just have to do a bunch in black. Ooh, let's try the quick set. It says add 1.5 teaspoons of water. So it sets in 30 seconds. Here we go. My mixer. And then 2.5 teaspoons of this powder. 1, 2. So it's going to make it thicker, obviously. Probably harder to get through the whole system, but we'll see. I hope it's enough to fill the mold. Less liquid. Okay, here we go. I gotta remember to get a spatula so I can get every morsel out of that. That's a cool consistency. Yes, I believe my brain is growing still. It's a slow process. Probably just because the chemicals are older. Alright. So remember, we set this on this. We put this in here. Pull this up so we can see it better. Put this in, and we are good to go. Here we go. Here's the back side. I wonder if it matters. That's the back of the mold. Let's line this up. And here we go. Squish, squish, squish. You would think with less water, there's less gummy mixture there. Let me see if I can pinch it to not lose so much through the side. Well, it's not going to make a complete one because it's squished out, but at least we have it that far. Okay. Take this out. Don't get it on the table this time. So now I have actually, it said 30 seconds, so let's just see. Let's wait 30 seconds. That's how many, it's been like 10 or 15 already, so I'll set my clock here for, I'll just do it for 20 seconds, even though I've lost some time, just to be safe. 0, 0, 15, how's that? Okay, 15 seconds. Then I should be able to peel this off. Okay. Oh yeah, you push these tabs in. Oh yeah, look at that. It's supposed to stay in this mold, but it's... Oh, it is. I think it's just partly because a lot came out. So now I have to refrigerate my half bug specimen there. So I will do that. That's 2. And then I'm going to clean this up now, come back, and I'll make the other 3. All right, I'm going back to the original method with the 2.5 because it just seemed to work better. I think the other one with the molds, you know, just the way it was made, So I'm going to actually do the green one. I decided I'm going to give it a shot, even the way it is. Why not? 2.5 tap water. And then let's see. I'll try to get as much of that big chunks out. One. This one might get stuck. That was what was happening with the Harry Potter set. The chunks were getting stuck. Here we go. And this time I got my spatula. And then I'm thinking, yeah, it would be better if the molds were tighter. Like if I rubber banded them together, that would help even more. This almost looks like the black, but it's green. Okay, here we go. Let's do it again. Fortunately, it's all pretty easy to clean up, and the way the gummies are, it just comes right off. My brain has now subsided, and this time, a nice spatula. I'm going to make them all like I said, so if you're new to the channel and you're wondering why I take my time and make them all, well, look in the description. You'll have a what's called skip times. We put those in there to kind of, if you want to skip to something else, go ahead. Okay. But, you know, it's not often you see a set like this, and I'm just going to go through the whole thing. Why not? Okay, here we go. I feel like this will work better. Let's get really zoomed in there. Alright, let's kind of pinch this too, and hold it, and push down, all at the same time. Doesn't that work better? I think so. Ooh, I'm losing some. It's getting stuck by his head. Come on, come on, come on. I thought I had it. It's almost all the way. Ooh, there. All the way. All right. So I'm going to let that one set now. It still looks pretty neat. Look at that. So I'll let that set. I'll pull that one out, and then I'll come back, and we'll do the next one. I'll go back to the black. It seemed to work the best. All right, here we go. I'm going to mix up another black one for you. And this time, I heated up the water a little bit more. Remember, it said hot tap water, so the last two, I just used the water I had originally, which was super hot when I first started. Thinking, I wonder if that has something to do with it. That is so cool. Look at that. Cool color of black. Is black a color? 2, 3. All right. And my mixer. Ooh, I still got some green on there. I forgot to wash the end of that. I'll use the other end. So after this, I have one more to do, and then the last one, which is the skin. And then I'll show you everything. My brain, all of my gummies, and then I'll do the skin for you. Okay, that looks pretty good. You could tell now, it definitely looks thinner now with hotter water. So hopefully this works now. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit different now. Did I do 2.5? Now I'm confused. Here we go. And then flip this over. I'm moving too fast, I think. And let's give you a better shot here. Looks like this one is going to be super thin. Here we go. That's better though. That one worked the best. Let me take him out right away and let him lay this way. Okay, so that gummy material will set. One more to go. I have 3 minutes. I'll start my timer. This is quick and easy to clean out. I will be back. All right, it's nice to see all the molds are gone. Now I'm snapping in the last one. And I decided I'm going to go to the red. Since that one was the one that originally did not come out too good. Oh, wait, I'm doing the powder first. It's hot tap water. There's 1, 2, and then flip it over for 2.5. I think the last one I said 1, 2, 3. That's not what I meant. All right. And then here we go. I meant 1, 2, 3 scoops, but it was 2.5. At least I hope so. Well, the good thing about YouTube is everybody catches my mistakes. And after I edit something down, I realize I made a mistake. I have to leave it at that point. I can't come back and redo. In this case, like this, I have to just run with it. There's a couple videos where I make some bumbling mistakes and left them in, and till this day, they're still pointed out. Which is good, actually. I kind of like it because the videos still get lots of comments. So when you make a mistake in a video, I've said before, don't worry about it. It will help the video. If everybody keeps pointing it out every day, then the video gets action. Of course, Google and YouTube like to see videos that have a lot of action on them. Whether it's thumbs up or thumbs down or... Okay, last one. Here we go. Extreme close-up. They will all be in the refrigerator when I come back after this. I will be ready to do the last one. Here we go. Something tells me I wanted to keep this pressed here to help the pressure up there. See how nice that one came out? That one came out great. And look inside. Dracula. Look inside. All right, I will be right back. All right, I am not ready. I wanted to show you this because I said I would earlier, and I saw it there and said this would be a good commercial break while my gummies sit in the refrigerator. It is the Dr. Dreadful Repulsive Recipe Guide. Make things that look gross but taste great from ordinary household food items. Now, of course, with Halloween, I thought this would be fun to show you in case, you know, maybe you've tried some of these, maybe you haven't. Here's a scary-faced pizza. Here, let's go this way. Cookie eyeballs. So that's the ingredients you'll need and the directions. There's the ghostly grub. Ants on a log. Now, some of these you've probably seen. Scary-faced pizzas. One more fold out here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that hand. Hand sandwich. Jack-o'-lantern fruit cup. The eyes on a stick. Or eyes on sticks. Eat your guts out. What you will need. A potato, spaghetti. Lots of cool things. Oh, there's the pizza. We've seen that one now 3 times. And then worms in dirt. Cheesy ghost on toast. Eyeballs. And then sewer surprise. It looks tasty, actually, with the waffle. Is that a waffle? A toasted waffle on top. And then send Dr. Dreadful your own repulsive recipes. Now, don't do that because, remember, this is an older set from... This booklet is actually from 1983. So there you go. There's my brain. I'm ready to do the skin. I will go get those gummies and be right back. All right, here they are. Not in order of appearance, but this is the order I will take them out. I'm going to use my hand here to see if I can dig them out. Let's see. Come on. Get under there. Good hand. Ooh, look at that. Clean that up a little. Actually, I might need some scissors to clean that up. Let me do that. So I'm saying I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out now. Look at that. My little Dracula. Okay. Let's do this. I'll lay them all back here. Okay. And then this one here should be easy to get out because this was the one that was the quick one. It didn't come out too good. But I'll keep it away. It looks like it's a thicker, like they said, richer color. The worm came out really good. Look at that. Okay. And then this one here. Look, it comes out real easy if you grab it from the bottom. So these would definitely need some cleanup on them, but they look nice. Okay, this one from the bottom. This is the one that was with super hot water. Very cool. Happy with the turnout. And they smell good. Not sure if I should eat them, though. It freaks a lot of people out when I eat very old mixes. All right. So there they are. All right, so that'll be ready for our final presentation. Now, the last step. We need this. We need you, just because you look cool there. And I brought in a couple extra things. All right, so here we go. This is the Monster Skin. Pour 3 teaspoons of room temperature water into bowl. 3 teaspoons. Are they trying to make it difficult? 3 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, it says with half a teaspoon of part 1 Monster Syrup. Now, this particular skin has been brought up in recent videos because we all know other kits, names unmentioned, that have a skin that you can pull up like a gummy. That's pretty much what this is. Ooh, and that smells really good. Half a teaspoon. Okay, now they're really challenging us. That's about a half. And then mix that. Pour this into the skin mixing cup, which is the first cup. Make sure it's totally dissolved. Okay, there we go. It's not much. All right, and then... Ooh, wait, I did that wrong. Those were half teaspoons. Hold on a second. Correction. Actually, I'm going to do that all over. See, there you go. I made a mistake. I thought the half teaspoons was a teaspoon, and I just wasn't thinking. So let's do that again. 1. That's why I was looking at it like, that's not enough. 2. And 3. Now a half a teaspoon. Let me dump this in another cup I have off to the side. Okay, sorry about that. And I'm just leaving it in the video. Okay, now a half a teaspoon. So 3 teaspoons. And then a half. Okay. Start over, rewind. And it says rinse out bowl, pour 3 teaspoons of water to bowl, mix half teaspoon of the blood. Ooh, the blood. I'm glad I caught it now. There, that looks better. That fills it up real nice. Little chunkies in there. I'll just wipe this out. Clean and ready. Now pour 3 teaspoons of water. Okay, here we go. Let's do that again. Now this is going to make the blood. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, the blood. Well, this should just be red, right? And then this goes in the second bowl. Oh, it is red. And then a half a teaspoon of the blood. Now, there's a lot extra in this kit. So it looks like you can do this way more than a few times. It's hard to tell in a red bowl, but once I put it in the white bowl, we'll know for sure. Okay, so this one goes into here. And I think I made a mistake twice. That is, the whole thing is a half a teaspoon. So I'm going to put a little bit more into the blood. Wow. This is confusing me. And then a little bit more of this, just to be safe. You know what I did? I was thinking the half teaspoon was the half. I was thinking this was teaspoon and this was tablespoon. So there. Now it is correct. And now I'll just mix them here. Why not? Got a little blood in there, but you know, little blood never hurt your candy creation. Oh, so I was saying now, I think I was overthinking everything. The other kits that have come to mention use this exact same principle for making gummies. And everybody thought, did this company invent it or did this company invent it? And it's been around for quite a long time, as we will find out now if it works. Okay, use the skin stick. Okay. And now I need the measuring spoon. So this time I'm going to do this right. And then skin powder. Here we go. Feels good, soft and ready to go. It says scoop 4 bone handfuls. Okay, here we go. There's my little measuring bone handful. 1, 2. It's nice to have a helping hand. 3, 4. Now let's see if this works. Holding onto skin, stick, hand set, bone arm into the skin making cup. Sprinkle the powder in. Okay. So this is just like those other kits. Now I should be able to pull up and it should make a gummy. Here we go. We will find out. And then they want it this way. So you go this way and you pour this in. And then you lift up. And guess what? It works. Just like those other kits. See that? Very cool. So even though I mix things incorrectly, I got it right. Now, you dip your monster skin into the blood. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, I'm afraid to eat this. Let me do this. I'm going to put this on my tray, come back, and then just do a final presentation of everything, and I'll do this one more time for you. All right. My brains have settled slightly here. They look tasty. I'm going to taste it. Tastes like a gummy. Here we go. So I at least tried one thing. 4 scoops of the little hand. I know it's not much. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. And everybody's going to... Did you at least try it? Now look. There we go. There is the skin. Look how long that gets. And dip it in here. Hope you like my little setup here. Very cool. Here, let's drip the skin down here like this. Because that's what it's all about, like having goopy fun. All right. So overall, I'm going to say they came out really nice. Which is my favorite gummy? Probably the spider. That came out the best. Look at that. All right. I'm pretty happy with how this one turned out. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're enjoying all the videos so far in this Maker series for Halloween. I'm having fun doing them. And another great set, probably one of the better ones with all the detail and how it all worked out. And if you want to see other ones, look in that description for a playlist. Or as always, you can search Lucky Penny Shop. Let me zoom into that where the skin and the brain is all hanging off my guy there. And say thanks for watching. Later! If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.
thanks for watching.